Hi guys. I wanted to talk really quickly about some things that I bought, almost like little reviews. First, I just want to talk about these things. This is new. This I just bought. It's Bai, B-A-I, Sparkling Infusion, Jamaica Blood Orange. Now, has a lot of bite. This has a lot of bite. Um, it's a great flavor. I didn't think that I would like it. I knew exactly what it was going to taste like the minute I bought it. It has a lot of bite, and it's citrusy. It's really, really good. Um, it has 7 grams of erythritol, and total carbs are 9, so that's about 2 carbs per can. It's not ideal. A lot of the buy stuff has like 2 carbs per drink. I don't like it's really a hot and sexy can too, by the way. I love the flavor, um, but I don't like drinking my carbs. The second thing I want to talk about is I think in one of the videos I posted, I'm not sure if it's one of the videos that's actually up on my YouTube channel. I talked about the LC Foods, this, the LC Foods pumpkin cookies. Let me tell you, these things are phenomenal. I made the cookies. I didn't realize that if you look at the picture, you can see it has the frosting. You can see that it's a little fat. It reminded me so much of the Starbucks pumpkin scones. And in fact, if you modify the recipe, you can most certainly make the Starbucks pumpkin scones. You absolutely could, and it would taste exactly the same. You know, cook it a little bit so it's harder on the outside and softer on the inside. Um, they're phenomenal. I made the cookies; they were super soft. I then adjusted because there's about 2.5 servings in here. Servings per container 12, but there's like 2.5 because I have some left over. You see, 2.5 batches, and for the price, it can't be beat. It's great and it tastes fantastic. So I adapted the batter and I put them in my donut maker. I thought my house was on fire, sorry. I put it in my donut maker. I have a mini donut maker, and I made pumpkin donuts. It was great, fantastic. Problem is that it kicked me out of ketosis, and I gained weight. I gained weight, and I stalled for quite a while. I stalled for about a week and a half. And I wanted to just go over the ingredients. It has wheat protein isolate in it. It has wheat in it. That probably could be it. In terms of food sensitivities, I can more more readily detect dairy sensitivities in myself than gluten sensitivities. But I guess it says resistant wheat starch. I don't know what any of these things are. Flaxseed meal, which sounds good. Vital wheat gluten. A lot of people, this is gluten. It's not gluten free. Inulin, which is chicory root, which is another thing that I have no idea about. Is fiber. I don't know what that means, fiber. Digestion resistant polydextrose fiber. All of these things sound like bad things. Baking powder, organic stevia, organic monk fruit, salt, pumpkin spice. The flavor is out of this world. If you're thinking of really treating yourself and not caring about getting kicked out of ketosis, I really suggest this. And I hate to say it like that because it's almost like a backhanded compliment, but it's not. It is low carb. It is not keto, which was my problem for a while. I think I want to reiterate. I keep saying that I've been keto for 3 years, but I've been low carb for 3 years. Low carb wasn't extreme enough for me to actually lose weight, so now I'm keto, and I watch my dairy. Um, Ideally, after the holidays, though, I would like to completely go dairy free, which for the most part, I'm 99% dairy free. It's just here and there, maybe once or twice a week, I'll get a coffee with a splash of heavy cream. A splash of heavy cream. Or I'll throw some leftover cheese onto something, like a burger. I'll throw a slice of cheese on a burger. And it's hard cheeses. It's the cheeses that I believe it's either, it's lactose free. The hard cheeses are lactose free. But I do end up eating lactose when I do have my coffees or whatever. The second thing I want to talk about, is for a while I was talking about getting a food processor, which I did get, and I was talking about a spice grinder or a nut grinder, almost like a coffee grinder, because I have a preference when it comes to sugar alternatives. My preference is Truvia, Truvia. Truvia comes in packets, green packets, or Truvia comes in containers. I'm actually going to grab. So, right, like I said, my preference when it comes to alternative sweeteners is Truvia. I just wanted to show you because I'm almost all out. I have a container in there that's not open, but Truvia only comes, Truvia that isn't the baking blend, because the baking blend has sugar in it, just beware. These don't, I mean, it's negligible if you're making a huge batch of something, it should be fine, but just beware that it has sugar in it. This does not. Now, this is granules. Okay, granules. See it on my fingers. Granules. It doesn't come like Swerve comes, which they have confectioner's blend, which is basically the powdered sugar. So I needed a spice grinder because I wanted to be able to powder my Truvia, which I have done. I use it a lot because I was making frostings, and you need a lot of powdered sugar for frostings. And also I've been adding it to what I've been baking, and it blends much better because it's powdered. And I don't know if that's been helping with the consistency of my baked goods, but my baked goods have been really, really, the consistency has been a lot more smooth and blended up. Okay, so I just want to show you some of the powdered Truvia. Well, that one I don't think, but as you can see, it's powdery. See, it's on my fingers. So I bought a nut grinder. I will show it to you with all the powder. It's so powdery, it's all over. So I bought this. This is a Cuisinart spice and nut grinder, and you just press it down and it grinds. There you go. It grinds everything really fine. I use it for the keto flatbreads, the recipe that I got from Primal Edge Health, excuse me, that they make a flax and chia flatbread, which I've been using when I feel like having breads, which is really not that often anymore. But it has really good fiber in it. It's chia and flax. In fact, I should probably make some more because I feel much better intestinally and poopingly when I do eat it. I like the flavor. I'm one of those weird ones that likes something that actually tastes healthy. I like the taste of flax meal. So I use that to grind it down to a nice powdery consistency, because when I was just buying them, I actually bought a meal that was chia and flax together, but it wasn't really ground as thinly as I would like. And so I ended up, like I said, I used that, I made it nice and thin, and I made the flatbreads, and they were a lot easier. They were more close textured, so that was pretty good. For the most part, I'm only really going to be using it for making my powdered Truvia. I'm not really looking forward to making my own nut flours. I would put the effort into it, into making like almond butter. I have made excuse me. I have made macadamia nut butter before in the past by accident, sort of. But I'm not looking forward to it because you have to roast it, and then I had on my agenda to make some sprouted almond butter. If you guys are interested in that, I could probably do that. But it's a lot of steps and it's a lot of work, so I have no idea if that's worthwhile. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to talk about some of the things that I purchased over the last couple of months, and just my experiences with it. I can't think of anything else. Oh, no. No, I think that's it. Well, anyway, follow-up questions? No? Alright, class dismissed. Bye.